What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce's Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce. Today is January 19th of 2022, but you guys will probably be viewing this video on Thursday, January 20th of 2022. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I'm gonna shoot today and edit tomorrow. But guys, welcome to another comic book speculation recommendations video. The video where I look off into the future at final order cutoff and new comic book day of next week. Now, why do I do this? I do this so this way you guys have enough time to put in your pre-orders for your final order cutoff books, and to also have enough time to reach out to your local LCS and tell them, hey, I was watching Bruce's Stephanie Comics comic book speculation recommendations video. I like what he had to say. I did my own research, and I would like to pick up a couple extra copies of these books because I would like to start and make this hobby fun itself. Before we jump into the speculation for this upcoming week, I do want to remind you guys about two quick things. And the first thing will always be, guys, you have to do your own research. So speculation is basically educated guesses. I'm going to use my comic book knowledge and give you guys my best educated guesses on what could be the best potential speculation for books on both FOC and New Comic Book Day. But you guys should take my educated guesses and go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you guys are spending your own hard-earned money on these books. Not my money, your money. My second and final reminder is that everyone needs to drink more coffee. No, but seriously guys, my second reminder is that there are delays, and these delays affect both FOC and New Comic Book Day. So sometimes I will speak about a book in multiple videos because the book's release date shifts. So that means its FOC date shift and its New Comic Book Day release date shifts. So that is my second and final reminder. All right guys, let's jump into all the books that have speculation dropping on FOC this upcoming week. Alright, we're gonna go over all the books that have speculation landing on final order cutoff the week of January 23rd for your DC and Scout books, and January 24th for your Marvel and all the other indie titles. Before we jump into the list of books that have speculation, I do have two books that I want to tell you guys about because of the cover alone. That's right, these are my cover lover picks for this upcoming FOC, and guys, there's only two of them, so let's jump right in. And that first one up is Canto 3 Lionhearted number 6 of 6, the 1:10 ratio variant. Guys, this cover is absolutely awesome, and Canto fans are ravenous. Oh my god, they love their book and they love their covers. So I think this ratio variant is gonna garnish a premium on the secondary market once this book is out. Because I mean, come on guys, look at this. This cover is absolutely freaking cool. So you guys want it, you know those Canto fans want it, and let's jump into that second book. And the second book is X of Death Wolverine number 3, the Ward variant. Now I've gone back and forth on if I wanted to add this cover to my cover lover section for this video, and my final decision was yes. This cover is worthy of the cover lover section. I think it's really freaking cool. We got Wolverine, Logan on the cover with like this technology blowing through him. It kind of almost looks like Warlock technology, you know, the mutant Warlock, and I think that's really stinking cool. It just stands out. I kept on going back and forth, and if I'm going back and forth on a cover, I keep going back to look at it, it is worthy of the cover lover section. Guys, what do you think? Are there any covers on FOC that I did not add that you think I should have added? Yes, there was that Catwoman number 40 or 41, the Jenny Frison cover that I could have added, but you know what? I always add the Jenny Frison Catwoman cover, so I skipped it in this video. All right, guys, let's jump into all the books that have speculation coming out this week. The first book up is Batman the Knight number 2. This is the first appearance of the Foundling, a serial killer. Next up, Carnage Forever number 1. Ever. This is a one-shot anthology of horror stories with the Carnage symbiote merged with a new host that currently exists in the Marvel Universe. Next up, Ghost Rider number 1. This is the first appearance of Zeb, a dark magician. Also the first appearance of Talia Warworld, a ex-SHIELD agent. And lastly, this also has the first appearance of the government agency tasked to investigate the Ghost Rider. And the last book that has speculation on this final order cutoff is Silk number 2. This is the team up of Silk and Luna Snow. Luna Snow is very popular right now, and also a mysteriously new villain referenced in Silk number 1 does not seem to have been fully revealed in the first issue, so maybe this is his first full appearance. Alright guys, that is all the books that have speculation coming out on this final order cutoff. Only 4 books, that's pretty crazy. Alright guys, what is the one book that I think you guys might want to pick up extra copies of? Alright guys, from the 4 books that have speculation on this final order cutoff, there is one book that I think you might want to consider picking up extra copies of, and that is Ghost Rider number 1. Now there's multiple reasons for this, the first one being that there's multiple first appearances in it. You have some new dark magician, you have an ex-SHIELD agent, and you also have a new government agency that is tasked to hunt down Ghost Rider. But But the MCU is also going in a slightly darker direction. We have a dark Doctor Strange coming in the new multiverse of madness. We also have Moon Knight, which also looks like a much darker character than MCU is normal. We also have Blade coming out and Marshall Ali playing Blade in the new Blade film coming in the future. So it's going in a slightly darker path. And if they do that and they introduce maybe the Midnight Suns, that'd be a great way to introduce Ghost Rider. And if Ghost Rider does come to the MCU and there are future movies, maybe one of these new first appearances could land in one of those movies. Now, this is a little bit of a stretch, but you gotta think in the future, guys. This book is not gonna land you money right out of the gate, but in the future, we're talking multiple years, this book could triple, quadruple in value. All right, guys, that is the one and only book landing on final order cutoff that I think you guys should be picking up extra copies of. Let's dive in to my new Comic Book Day Spec Picks. All right, it's time to go over my new Comic Book Day Spec Picks for January 26th of 2022. All right, we're gonna kick off this list just like my final order cutoff list, and that is with my cover lover picks for a new Comic Book Day, and there are 4 covers to talk about, and the first one up is Detective Comics number 1050, the Natalie Sanders variant. Now this variant is so stinking cool. It almost looks like a magazine cover featuring Batgirl, and she looks absolutely amazing. I think this cover is stunning, and that's why I picked it for my cover lover section. Next up is DC vs. Vampires number 4, the Francisco Mattina variant. Come on, it's a Mattina, guys. Mattina does such gorgeous covers, and this is Wonder Woman as a stinking vampire. Next up is the Harley Quinn number 11, the 1 in 25, the Aki Bright cardstock variant. It just is a really cool cover to me. I also love the arm with all the really cool tattoos, and DC's one of them. I don't know, it stuck out to me. And the last book that I chose for my cover lover section is Mary Jane and Black Cat number 1. Now, there are a lot of covers you could have chose for this book. There are a lot of J. Scott Campbell covers for this issue, and I think that kind of actually waters down the rarity or the coolness factor of J. Scott Campbell when he does multiple covers for a single book. So that is why I went with the Adam Hughes variant for my cover lover section for this book. I think that is super sexy. I like the word bubbles on it. I think they're funny. And I just think this book is better than all the other covers. And this book is all about the cover itself. Is anyone actually picking this book up for what's in the guts? Guys, let me know down in the comments. Are you picking up for one of the covers or what's in the guts? I guarantee you 93.7% of the people picking up this book are picking it up for what's on the cover, not in the guts. All right, guys, let's jump into my one and only spec pick for this upcoming New Comic Book Day. All right, guys, so the only book on New Comic Book Day up next week that I think you guys should consider picking up an extra copy of is Wonder Girl number 7. Now, why is this? Because there's no real spec behind it, besides there being a really gorgeous B cardstock cover, because that cover is absolutely amazing and worthy of speculating on its own. But guys, this series has been canceled. That's right, there were 2 issues written beyond this, but those issues are gonna be rolled into the trial of the Amazon series that's coming out in a few months' time. So that makes issue number 7 the final issue of this short-lived series, and sometimes final issues do really well on the secondary market in the future when people are just discovering this series or trying to complete their collection and they're looking for that final book that really wasn't printed that heavy. You could have a copy of that book in your hands and you could sell that to them for a premium. All right, guys, that is the end of today's video. What did you guys think about the speculation in today's video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were there books that I missed that you guys are speculating on? I would love to know down in the comments below if you guys are speculating on a book that I did not mention, because that means I missed it. And I don't want to miss books. I want to make sure you guys have all the speculation that you guys need for your final order cutoff in New Comic Book Day needs. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it if you guys got yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you guys next Monday on my must-have pickups. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Peace.